Hey guys, it's Andrew, welcome back to my channel. Today I'm going to be doing another concert review video for you guys today, so we're just gonna go ahead and dive right on in. So I hope you guys enjoy, and yeah. So as you guys can tell by the title of this video, obviously I'm going to be giving you guys my thoughts and my overall review on the most recent concert that I went to, although now it's been like a few weeks since then. But I went to the Kpop Breakout tour in the US. I went to the Chicago dates, you know, when they came out here, so I was able to see TRENDZ, CRAXY, ICHILLIN, and U-CHAE. So let me just share with you guys how I got there and everything. So I basically took like an Uber down to the venue like I usually do with all my other concerts. So I took an Uber down there and I went with my mom, so my mom also tagged along for me for this concert as well. So we took the Uber. It was the Chicago tour concert was at Logan Square Auditorium, which I had never been to before, and it's a really small like venue. I didn't even know where it was at initially. Not gonna lie though, as soon as my mom stepped out of the Uber, we saw like the line was like so small. We were like, this is it? Like, what? But turns out they were letting VIP, like people with VIP tickets and everything, go in first because they had to do sound check and stuff still, which was so weird because the thing was, initially this was supposed to be at a completely different venue. First off, it wasn't even supposed to be at Logan Square Auditorium. It was supposed to be at a venue called Athenaeum Theater. For those of you who either went to one of the tour dates or, you know, went to the Chicago tour date, or even like were just like following this whole entire tour for some reason, they changed like a good portion of the venues for like a good portion of the tour dates that they were going to, like all the different cities. And Chicago was one of them because they were supposed to go to Athenaeum Theater, but they ended up they ended up moving it to Logan Square Auditorium. For me, it was fine. It was like whatever. And they also sent like a little like schedule, like the day, like I think it was a day or two beforehand, before the concert, and they emailed a schedule over to like everyone that had tickets. And it turns out that it wasn't starting at 7, it was starting at like 6:20, which was such a random time for the concert to start. And then here, come to find out, it didn't end, like it literally didn't even happen, because we were supposed to, the doors were supposed to open at 6, and then we were gonna have 20 minutes until the show started. So doors 6 o'clock, show 6:20, which I kind of thought initially was crazy, but then like once I saw the venue, I was kind of like, I understood why it was that short period of time, because it was a really small venue. But that literally didn't even happen because like sound check was supposed to happen at 4:30. Like, I don't know, for those of y'all who maybe went and, you know, had the VIP package or whatever, and y'all got sound check, like y'all let me know what happened. But like, they didn't do sound check nowhere near the time they were supposed to. They were supposed to do sound check at 4:30. They didn't do it until 6 o'clock was when it started, and we, the GA ticket holders, didn't get in until 6:20. And then the show didn't start until like probably like 7, I want to say, maybe a little bit beforehand, maybe a little bit after. I honestly don't remember now. But once we finally got let in, it was a really small like venue. It was basically just a big ass staircase that we had to climb, and then once we got to the top, it was just like right there. The venue was just right there. It really was just like a ballroom, but like wasn't big by any means. And the stage was really small. Everything was really relatively small. My mom and I were talking about it, and like my mom, like she kind of like, you know, we both kind of liked it because it was like small and like a little bit like intimate, you know. And I was like telling my mom, like it kind of gives like fan signing vibes, like with how the seats were all aligned and everything. It kind of was giving like if we were to go to like a private fan signing event for like a K-pop group like in Korea. But yeah, so literally we didn't even really have to like try and like save a spot or anything, because they already had seats first off, and then it wasn't even that big of a crowd anyways. So like regardless, we were gonna be able to see them real nice and up close. So we literally just like put our stuff down on like 2 chairs, and then we went over to the merch line, and I got some stuff. I'm not gonna lie. First off, I got this shirt. I figured I would throw it on for this video. So I got the like one with all 4 artists, because like they had ones that were like individually for like they were like there were individual ones for each like artist. Like there was just like a TRENDZ one, there was just a CRAXY one, ICHILLIN, U-CHAE, like that. But I kind of, you know, since I was there for all of them, like even though I was the most excited for TRENDZ and CRAXY, obviously I'm a big fan of ICHILLIN and U-CHAE as well. So like I wasn't really like it was not like I wasn't gonna only get TRENDZ and CRAXY shirts. I also got the light stick for the tour because with the touring company that they went with, Leo Presents, they did the same thing with Purple Kisses tour, both most recent and the tour that I went on last year. They made like these like exclusive like tour light sticks and everything, which are really cute. So and they were only like I think 25 bucks, something like that, 25 or 35, I can't remember, but they were really cheap. So it says like Kpop Breakout Tour 24, has all of the artists like logos in there, and then it even says down here as well. So it's a really cute light stick. I ended up getting this tote bag, which it's really cute. It's really thin though. It's like not really like the most durable thing. It was really cheap. It was like literally like 10 bucks. So, but I mean, still though, it was pretty cute, and like, you know, it was nice to have a bag to hold all my stuff for, you know, when we were standing there for the concert. I also got a photo card pack for TRENDZ, so I got some of like the exclusive like, you know, Kpop Breakout Tour photo cards for that tour. So I'll like put like some photos up here of the photo cards. But yeah, so as for merch, that was pretty much everything that I got. I literally spent the same amount of money as the one shirt that I got for ATs. The one and only shirt, the only thing I got for ATs was $65. I got this shirt, tote bag, photo cards, and a light stick, all for $65 as well at this concert, which is like insane to me. But anyway, so that was like basically me getting there, and then also like the merch. So for the actual concert, it was actually kind of insane because the way that the venue was set up, the idols were all upstairs, and if you looked behind us, the like upstairs like was like a balcony, and they were literally all just like chilling right there. So you just saw them up there just like, you know, like looking and watching, and they would wave, and they were like watching like each other perform and everything. Another thing too, which was cool but also a little bit concerning, the way the whole stage was set up, and since they were back there, you know, up at the balcony, they had to come down the stairs where we came in, and then they had to walk past us in order to get up to the stage. So it was like kind of cool because, you know, like if you wanted to have like you know, idol fan interactions, I guess that would have been pretty cool if you were like right there. But also it was like kind of concerning because they had like no security. It was just kind of like, it was a little bit scary, not gonna lie. But I mean, since it was such a small, like you said, it was like a very like intimate kind of concert, like I guess it's like, you know, I guess you couldn't really expect anything bad to happen, but still, like, that was still kind of like one thing that I was like thinking in my head. I'm like, this is not safe whatsoever. But yeah, U-CHAE was the first performer for the night. She only performed 4 songs, but that was because that she has like 5 songs out right now as a soloist, you know, which for those of you who aren't aware, U-CHAE, she was a member of Pixie, but she left and now she's a soloist, and she recently debuted as a soloist. So yeah, she performed her title track, she performed her pre-release song, and she also performed 2 other B-sides from her debut album.
Are you ready, Super? Let's have fun today.
So her performance and her stage was relatively quick. It went by pretty fast. So after she was done, ICHILLIN came up next. ICHILLIN was pretty good, you know. I really liked, they performed like a lot of songs that I really enjoyed personally. You know, it was like majority of them were like some of their title tracks or like songs that they had promoted on music shows before, so I was pretty excited for that. Two songs I really wanted to see them perform were Alarm and Demigod, and they performed both of those, and I was really happy for that. CRAXY performed after them, and CRAXY's, oh my god, CRAXY's performances were just so good. I was really excited to see them perform Nugudam live. That was a really good, it was a really good performance. And CRAXY, they did a whole like performance cover for Good Boy Gone Bad by TXT, which that was pretty cool. Yeah, ICHILLIN also did like a little like separate thing where they did like a little like highlight medley of like K-pop dances and stuff halfway into their performance. But yeah, CRAXY was overall really good. And then also Swan, she had a solo performance. She ended up singing All That Jazz from the one musical for Chicago. I don't know, I'm not really into musicals like that, just like, or like theater, stuff like that. So your guess is as good as mine, but I don't know. She performed a song though for us that was about our city, so that was pretty cool. She did come down to the floor halfway into her performance, so that was pretty cool. And then after CRAXY performed, it was TRENDZ's turn, and TRENDZ, they were pretty awesome, I'm not even gonna lie. They also did a little highlight medley of K-pop dances. They did some BTS. I think they did like Butter and Permission to Dance, and then they did some other dances, like they did Chick Chick Boom by Stray Kids, I remember. I want to say they did like an NCT song, I don't remember though. Those were pretty cool. I'm trying to think of what else. They performed Villain for us, which was, oh, I was so excited for, because I didn't see them like perform it when I was like looking up like some fan cams and videos of like the previous concerts at the previous like cities that they went to. So I was kind of like, damn, they're probably not going to perform it, especially since most of them they had to like hold mics, but they did perform it for us. It's just, you know, since, you know, they had hand mics for the tour, they couldn't really, you know, they couldn't sing it. They just mainly did like the choreography with it, with like the little bands that they had. But like still though, it was a really cool performance. It was a song that I really wanted to see them at least perform. At one point, I don't remember if it was for New Days or if it was for Forever Love, but one of the last few songs at the end, the members came down to the floor, and Unil and Leon were like in the middle area of like where like my mom and I were sitting. And dude, the way that my mom literally had a full-ass interaction with Leon, is just insane. Like he literally walked right to her, pointed at her, and then like gave her a finger heart. But the way this girl had her fucking phone out and was literally aiming it right at him, she was so starstruck that she didn't even fucking take a picture. I'm like, girl, like I understand, but like it was funny because we were having a conversation before we even got in the venue, and she was saying, she's like, yeah, like if something happened where like, you know, we met idols, like you would be the one that wouldn't even be saying anything and I would have to talk for us. Look what happens when the interaction happens. Look, I literally got it on video of him pointing to her. I'll put it in here. He was literally pointing right at her with both of his both arms, both hands, and then did a finger heart She didn't get that shit on camera or nothing. I was like, really, girl? And she was like, well, did you at least like get on me? I was like, yeah, but like imagine the point of view video you could have gotten, or like at least a point of view picture, you know what I mean? My mom kind of flopped for that, but it is what it is. But that was like pretty much like the overall sum of like the performances. Like I said, they were really good. They were all amazing. And then yeah, like every time like one of the like groups or like the artists would finish, they would literally come down, they would walk right past us. I was like, damn. So that was pretty much like everything for the actual concert wise. Afterwards, I had purchased like some tickets for like some selfie tickets to get some selfies with some of the idols for the tour. So we stayed afterwards. Everyone that had like all the like VIP packages and like all the like extra shit, they all had to do their stuff first, obviously. And then the selfie tickets were last, and CRAXY ended up going first for the selfie tickets. Majority of the people that were getting selfies with CRAXY, majority of them were getting them with all 4 of the members. I only had 3 selfie tickets. I had only bought 3. Don't ask me why I bought like 3 as such a random number, but I only bought 3 tickets, and I was planning on just getting it with one of the members from CRAXY and then 2 members from TRENDZ. So when I went up there, like they were kind of like forming the line just to have like them all go down, like kind of like an assembly line. They would go down to like one member, then to move on to the next and that kind of thing. So when they asked me, they were like, oh, are you getting them with all the members? I was like, I only have 1 ticket for 1 member. And they were like, oh, which member is it? And it was U-CHAE, and she was of course the one that was starting it. So they were like, okay, we're just gonna put you in first. I was like, huh? So they put me all the way to the front, and I was the first person for the selfie tickets for CRAXY. So that kind of threw me off guard, I'm not gonna lie. But no, it was fun though. I went up to her. She like one thing that was really cool with the Kpop Breakout tour in particular, I think it was probably because there weren't that many fans. It was a smaller venue, smaller like group of like people with the tickets, so I think that's why we were able to have more time with the idols. But like I just remember when I got my selfie with Swan from Purple Kiss, it was like very much like fast paced. We had to keep going and everything, but I know that like that was a bigger crowd, so I kind of understood that. But with the Kpop Breakout tour, I literally was able to stand there and like talk with the idols for a lot more longer. I mean, granted, it was probably like only like a minute. Like it's not like it was anything like groundbreaking where it was like, oh, I had like a whole ass like 20-minute conversation with like U-CHAE. But you know what I mean? Like I got to like actually talk to them. Whereas with like Purple Kiss, I literally just went up to like Swan. She asked what pose, we did a pose, and then she was just like, oh, have a good night, you know. So like we got more time to talk with the members and interact with the like idols overall. U-CHAE and we were like talking, and she like asked like how the show was, you know, if I enjoyed it. I said that they did amazing and everything. I really liked the selfie that U-CHAE and I took. And I stood there and waited until everyone was done at CRAXY, and then CRAXY, you know, they all said goodbye again. They went upstairs, and then they ended up leaving for the night. Like literally they were walking downstairs and they like were waving bye to us while they left. And the next group to like go up for the selfie tickets was TRENDZ. And I basically had to, you know, we all had to get in line again for, well, I had to get in line again for, you know, the selfies. I ended up getting my selfies with Leon and Hanguk. So first they had me get in line for Leon, since he was once again the member that of the group that was like all the way at the end starting first. So I got to see him. We did like the cute little like whatever this heart is, like we did like this. It was pretty cute, although I will say I forgot that like he was like a little bit shorter than me. So I was like, when I was like looking back at the photos, I was like damn, I was like I kind of look tall in this, but I was like I forgot. I literally just like looked over, and Hanguk was like one of the members that was like in the middle, and like he was getting like a selfie with with this one girl, and I literally just stood there, and then one of the staff was just like, oh, are you here for Hanguk? I was like, yeah. I literally just gave him the ticket, and I would just walk straight up to him. I was like, okay. With Hanguk, I would say out of the 3, like, you know, out of U-CHAE, Leon, and Hanguk, he was the one that like we interacted the most out of. I don't know why, but he was like so like thrown off guard when I walked up to him. Like I was like, oh hi, and he was like, oh hi, and then like he did like this nervous laughter, and I was just like, what the fuck? I'm like, what's going on? I literally, like, when he held up the phone to take the selfie, I had to, like, I was kind of like low-key looking at myself because I'm like, was there something on my face? Like, why did he give me that nervous laughter kind of thing, you know? I don't know, because after the fact, I was talking to, like, my mom, and she was like, and I was like thinking, I was like, maybe it was because I was like a guy. But then she was like, but there were other guys there though. I was like, yeah, but I'm like, they were all like older. So like, I don't know if it was because like I was like the only like young fanboy. Cause I really was like, it was mainly like girls that were there, and then like the guys that were there, they were all older. Like they could have been like my dad, you know, kind of age. I deadass was probably like the youngest fanboy there. So I don't know if maybe I still think it might have been that, like it maybe just threw him off guard that he had a fanboy. I don't know. Like funny because after we took our picture, like I was like, oh, you did such a good job tonight, you know, like have a good night. He was like so like just so flustered. Like I don't know what it was, but he was just flustered. I was just like, man. First picture, it was like, you know, it was pretty cutesy, but then like in the second picture, like I noticed that like Hanguk, he leaned closer, and I was like, damn, okay. One thing, my mom, she stood outside of like the room for when the selfies were happening, but where she was standing was the staircase as to where all of the idols were coming up and down the stairs. So like it was kind of cool because like my mom did take some pictures of like some of the idols. Like I'll put them here. Like they were literally walking, so like they were waving and everything to her and stuff. But then like it was also crazy because she was saying about how at one point she was literally just leaning up against a wall, and like literally U-CHAE and then like some of the like members of CRAXY all just like walked right past her, like right past her face, and she didn't even realize it. And like obviously like she said that like they said hi and everything to her, and, you know, she said hi back of course, but she was just like, they were like right there, and I'm like, damn. I'm like, once again, cool for us, but that's because we know that we're not gonna do shit, you know what I mean? Like it's just kind of like a security thing once again, just kind of nervous. Like I don't know, just kind of scary. But anyways, with that being said though, I hope you guys enjoyed this concert review video. I only have one concert left for this year that I'm planning on going to, and that's XG. So make sure to look forward to my concert review video and the fan cams for that when that does happen, which isn't until end of October, but like these months are going by so fast, it'll be here before you know it. If you enjoyed this video, make sure to give it a big thumbs up. Don't forget to comment, share, and subscribe if you haven't already. Follow my social media links in the description below, and I'll see you guys all in my next video. Bye guys.